brought to you by Sprite. Obey your thirst. Hit some share buttons. And we are going to get started ASAP. A few last things on the Ninja Turtle picture that we've been working on. I think this needs to have some more details in the background and stuff. So tonight I see a few things that we could possibly correct, a few things we can add on. What we've got is our big giant turtles picture, which is going to be an addition if you haven't watched the show before. There's an additional shred dude hand we're going to throw in here on top of stuff. We're going to put maybe a shade on the big pipe, maybe some additional extra things to put on the pipe. I think I might add something up here, maybe another pipe going this way. Let's get going. We got everything we want on Mikey. We got a couple of things we could add back there, but we'll see how far we need to get on him. Let's go ahead and add some stuff to the pipe. So I believe that's on Mikey's layer. Yeah. So we can add some shades. Mikey, if you're gone. That whole thing. Okay. So we're going to get our selection tool. And we're going to select just the gray of the pipe. Okay, we got some more here. You can hit W on your keyboard. Should be the same for Mac and Windows machines. So now we got all that selected. I'm going to go over here to, Mikey's got several layers. That's face. So let's do the shades. We'll go on this shades dark level. What I'm going to do here is the turtles are kind of lit from the top, but we're going to say that there's some reflective light coming off of the water underneath them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through here and make some selections. This is just going to be a little connector pipe area, so that can be kind of bent. Actually, we're not going to do that. We are just going to, since this is a straight line and needs to go in perspective, we are going to put it in perspective. So let's start from over here. Basically, you want to keep it. Once you get to the point where you get how perspective is supposed to operate, you don't have to send everything to a vanishing point. What we can do here is we're going to right-click, fill our path with black. And I'm going to feather this about 6 pixels. There we go. We got some additional stuff here. We got a little bit down here we need to... Oh, my mouse doesn't want to work correctly. So we're going to select that area, clean up that. I'm going to let this bend a bit. Actually, that could probably go that way. We'll see what this looks like. Fill that in. I am definitely not staying up too late tonight. I've been staying up way too late the past few nights. That seems more. Fill path. Oh, because we put 10 instead of 1. There you go. A little sharper there. And this thing will kind of be, since it's curvy, it really would have a gradient shade there. Maybe that one would go like this. Yeah, we can pull one of these. Give it a little bit of a highlight to the lip there, almost like the light is bent a little right there at the edge. That's okay. Need to clean up the edge of this pipe, so we may have to do that too. And we need to put a little bit of shade on Donnie's bow staff. You can see that we didn't quite make this straight on here. Okay, and we'll go through here on Donnie. Come on, Donnie. We hit W. And we're going to go in here and we are going to erase from this shades right here. It's kind of difficult whenever everything is on a different layer. It takes a long time to get to stuff. Oh, sleepy Sally, am I? All right, cool. We got some shade on there. That looks a little more in the space, doesn't it? Yeah. Looking good. Looking good. We can also go in here and hit E. Turn down our hardness all the way. Maybe we get a little closer. Let's get a little closer, see what that does. Yeah, that rounds it out even more, doesn't it? Pretty good. I like it. No, sir. No, sir. I like that. Yeah. That pretty good. That pretty good. I'm thinking about putting a valve or something somewhere. Like right here, maybe. This being a J-bend. Can turn that into a little valve. That'd be kind of fun. Let's do that. Yeah, I was thinking about what I wanted to do with this. And I really kind of want to turn this project into a let's add as much detail on here as we possibly can do. We got plenty of the water, but I want more junk in the scene. I thought about having, higher water splashes up here and stuff that would come about, but I think having the shredder hand in here is the story we want to tell. We could add like Mausers or something down here. It'd be more fun. I mean, it's going to turn this into a lot longer project, but we can keep going on it and just. I'm really wanting to move on from this picture because we've been working on it for so long, but I think maybe next time we're gonna get back on the drawing board and just do one subject. So I'm gonna try and do more sketches in the future that we just get to an inking level maybe, and not do a full-fledged background. But we weren't gonna do that on the first one, and look what happened. So let's get back into the turtle show here. Yeah, we can put a valve on here. We could put some kind of valve. I think that'd be cool. They gotta have it in the reference of. You have to have it in this idea that what a valve is, which is kind of just looks like a puzzle, or not a puzzle. It looks like a flower. Was I thinking puzzle? Let's see. We're gonna select that. We're gonna modify. We're going to contract 3. Gives us a nice circle. And we can even, since that is just there, why don't we just go into, I'm going to go into the, I'm going to go into a thing on here that is called liquefy. All right, we're going to turn this into, I believe that a valve usually has like a star look to it. So we'll do something like this. No, it's got to have beep. We're going to make that bigger. Beep. Beep. There you go. That looks cool. Yeah, good. We're going to do a little less drawing on here. I'm actually going to hit transform, and then I'm going to warp. Now you can see the menus. Cool. For some reason, me changing the source of what I'm recording here. Bwem, bwem. More valvey looking. So 2 different tools you can use is the warp, I believe in edit and transform. There you go. And then you can move around like that. Let's see if this is going to show my window here. My right click window. There you go. That shows more of it. Yeah, good. It's a little thicker than the rest of this, so we might have to go around here and trace this a little bit. I'm just going to do the brush tool, and we're just going to outline this. This doesn't need, since it's so far away from the size of details on almost anything else but maybe the turtle's faces, you don't have to have the super penned computerized smartness that is the pen tool. Instead, we just did the brush tool, which means we can just draw on here. People tuning in to the live stream right now are thinking, what the heck is this thing? I thought he was drawing Ninja Turtles. He's drawing a star that frankly looks like red and white. Wait, nope. Okay, so that's a valve. We're even going to go track that. 3, bing. That's what we're gonna, that's probably gonna be, that needs to have other stuff on it. So let's get in here, and I want to establish, I'm gonna put some kind of dirty rope or like tied together poorly kind of strap, like it's been duct taped to death. It's got a duct tape shirt on. So what we'll do is it's like somebody took just a big cloth and we'll change this to like a yellow, like a little yellowy gray. We'll fill the path. Fill the path with this beigey color. Yeah, we're going to, yes, right click. And this is, again, we're going to have to explain this. So what I did was I went to my pen tool, did all of what my shape is going to be. This is going to be kind of like a piece of wrap of some kind. And we're going to right click on the path. We're going to go to stroke path, and that's going to go ahead and use the brush, the last brush parameter that I have. So again, if we start over here, we made the pen tool line up. We went to stroke path, right click, stroke path, and it'll put on the last brush style you had. So keep that. We'll fill that path with the background color. I wonder if that'll do that. There you go. That even keeps the lines. Cool. So we'll do this. And put out our full pen work. We are going to fill that path. We're going to choose this, the background color. We're going to darken. Hit that. Now we just need that to fill. Right click, fill the path, normal, because it's going to overlay. We want it to overlay that other piece of strap there. And so let's make these concise, kind of all the way down. And then when they have to fix the fix, and then again, right click, stroke path. There you go. That brings up the last parameters that you had for brush. And right click, fill path. We got it on the background color, which is, this is foreground and background. If you're not aware, sorry, turned into a little bit of Kriz there. P.S. If you haven't yet, you need to watch F This Game from CoolDojo.com. Please watch it. Kriz gets real sad and depressed if nobody watches his show. So there you go. We got a little strap thingy there. So that's kind of like the plumbing department, the Con Ed. Let's see, fill that path. They had to come down here, and somebody down in New York had to fix it, you know. Somebody had to come down here and fix it. The stroke path with the black. And maybe there's a knot or something here that somebody needed to fix or add. We could add a knot. Fill the path, right click, background color, and we're going to stroke the path so we can see that there's something tied on here like this. And maybe we can put the knot. We'll put the knot here. Fill path, right click, stroke path. Fill path, right click, stroke path. This is a great way to be able to, what I used to do is I would make a selection of everything, right click, select it, hit OK. That makes this, which you then would hit the gradient, and I always go this way, and then I would hit, this would be black. And then I would go up here to select, modify my selection, contract it by 3, and then cut it. But that puts a little bit too much of a jagged edge on there. So now what I've discovered is I can just go to fill path, fill that in, stroke path, and that takes the last thing of my brush parameters. But I use that a lot. I used it big time whenever I made an Iron Man picture and wanted to keep adding armor. I'm going to do it here. That doesn't need to be dark enough. It needs to be turned into normal. Why is that like that? Oh, wait a minute. Let's fix this because this was an edge. Do what I wanted to do here. Fill path first, because if you stroke the path, then it kind of thins it out and makes it all jaggedy and pixelated looking. Alright, I'm just going to have to change that up a tad. Doesn't look like a knot, looks like an acorn. Oops, I hit D. X. We're going to fill the path. Then we will stroke path. If you do the opposite order there and do a stroke the path before you fill it, you can make the mistake yourself and see what that looks like. Right now, I want to get this thing drawn on here. We're going to make this kind of torn off. It's got like a rip in it. We can even kind of, we can wag it out a little bit. Nope. Change that anchor point to do that. Hit P, right click, fill path, then stroke path. There we go. So we went on here. Somebody did a poor job of throwing some cloth around this broken pipe. Try and fix it. It's not a good fix. As Uncle Leroy would say, somebody did some kind of Mickey Mouse job down there. Oh, get some four-wheelers, right? Well, we are losing some steam on the computer. It's going to try and update again. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's see what we can do with this knot. Shorten those. Shorten that down to 3. Looks like a little face. Okay. So we got that. Let's do a little kind of this thing is wet effect. I think it's been recently fixed. Maybe we'll put a different little layer over here. We're going to call that wrap. Wetness. What we'll do is have the wrap part that is connected here be a slightly right there. Oh, it's gonna have to go around the whole thing, right? It's not the top and bottom so much. Not really up here either, right? mesh. Okay, let's see what that does. This is again just another kind of experiment. We're going to go to, we don't want to fill that. We want to hit X and change these over here. Okay. Go to fill path. Then we want to change the parameter up here. You can change that to foreground or background color of what you want to fill. So I'm going to do this. Then we're going to go over here to the opacity. And it just needs to be darker, like it's wet. See? Not that? Isn't that cool? Now that looks like it's been wet. And if we could put some highlights and stuff on there to show, let's put a little. Almost. This will have to be a shade, yeah. Let's see what this does. I do nothing on there. Okay, but it's going to have to go on another one if it's going to be a second layer. Let's fill that again. That may be a little too much. Just so we can see it's got an edge there. There we go. Yeah, just a little tiny thing. Just says, hey, there's something else there. There's a valve there. You know, it's fun. That's just a little tiny detail we can put on here. And then we can kind of go in with maybe a little bit. We can put more wetness here. Just kind of like it was a flow of water here at one point. See? We can even continue that and put it up here. And we can go in here with this. And now that's kind of the, that leaves a little bit of an advantage, like this is highlighted, you know. So this was wet at some point, and it continues to just stay wet because the job wasn't done right. Added a couple little tiny things here and there. So we're going to merge those additions, and we have got two small little things. We fixed something. We added a couple little tiny details in there. Just a little something just to add to it. Just to add to it. Add a couple little small details so that there's some difference in there. And we could still beat up and dirty up this pipe, you know. We can put some scratches in there. Maybe we just filled in with some tiny scratches. You know, even a white one here and there, give it some texture. And you don't have to put all that, you know, up in front of the thing. You can get more detailed with the, oh, these aren't white. I want that to be white. Scratch. You know, like the metal's kind of been taken off there. Yeah. Just some little bits of just nothing to put on there. That's on there. This one's a little bright. There you go. Just a little bit of texturizing, you know. Gives it a little bit of something. This would actually probably be a lot bigger. But, you know, maybe not. But I'm going to make it just a tad bigger. It is supposed to be closer after all. There you go. That gives a... Yeah, that's a little bit better. Now we can see it. We know it's a valve. Shut off valve. I think I know what that's supposed to be shaped like underneath there now. Put that there. We could put some drops, some water kind of falling off of here. Want to do that? Let's do that. We'll give this just another couple min. I wonder how we'll do this. Or we can make this kind of like a slime or a fungus growing down here. Let's see what we get out of this. This will be a case where I fill in the path. I'm gonna see what should we do here. That'll be kind of hard to... Maybe like that. That's kind of cool. This is pretty cool, I guess. Maybe more of a toothy kind of highlight. Let's see what that does. I made that opaque because I want to be able to see through water, right? Maybe we keep that up this way. And we can... That looks more like ice. It's kind of good. Oh, yeah. What's this on? Pen light? That's kind of cool. That doesn't let that keeps the highlights from having any line work go through them. Kind of like they would be too reflective for... What's that on? Pen light? Pen light works pretty good. And then you get a... Yeah, I like that. Let's see what we can make with getting the roughness of the... Yeah. Like this one would kind of be bigger. Water clings. It's so weird that water clings to surfaces like this. You want that to try and go down as much as you can. I mean, you can have more drips. This is kind of almost like the water is pouring off of here. Oh, nope, don't want to do that. Hit Z. Go in here and make a couple highlights of the white. Yeah, that's cool. Would it look better? with the pen tool or this? Yeah, that still looks okay. Kind of keep those highlights out here where they would maybe catch a little bit of reflected light off of the water, the walls. Yeah, that's cool. I think it probably still would be darker. There's more reflected light coming down here, but I don't know if it would be that bright. It's kind of as bright as the top is. We could put some kind of watery line there, but you know, like those reflective kind of almost electrical looking wavy light bent light highlights that go across water. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Burn. Remember old burn? You know, you can see how other people do art. That you know, it's hard to try and get water and ice from not looking like you don't want them to look. That's a little too dark. I was just looking to see if I could change this to anything else. If that would, no, that's too blue. No, not that. This. No, that's okay. I think those look pretty good. This, you know, it's some stuff. Yeah. Maybe this one now compared to all those other ones is a little too big. Can even hold the control button. Make that a little wider. Go. Just, yeah, we got a little bit of a wetness in there. Wetness. I'm going to stop that there. Not too much for the latest episode in a long line of not being able to do anything for a long time. June was busy. The beginning of July was busy. Now we are going to be halfway through July, and I am not excited about it. We got plenty done on this tonight. Tonight we got this wrap put in here. We got a valve put in here. We had to fix some stuff on Mikey. What else did we do? We added a few little water droplets down here. We kind of did more to the pipe there, didn't we? Yeah. And I can even put a harder highlight on top of that. Let's just do it now. Let's just do it now. We'll do it live. Do it now. Alright. That's got an overlay to it. That will probably be fine. So let's just put our silly old light source on here. Well, it's not our light source, it's our tint on this Graynard Kruger. And I guess that would probably have a little bit of highlight. We don't have a Mikey shadow on here. That's what we're missing. We have to put Michelangelo's shadow on the pipe. Yeah. we still got to put the pipe. We guess. All right. I got a little bit of a second wind here. Change that because I didn't get that X on there. There you go. Look at the pipe. Pipe's a little brighter now. Cool. And those are my key highlights. Shades dark. Okay. That's his face. It's the bod. What is... Okay, there's that. I want to get the same layer that we have for the layer. I want to get the same layer we have for this shade here, so that whenever I use it on Mikey here, they are going to be the same. Of course, that would probably, since the light is coming up here, that's a different reflective light, so that's going to automatically, that will reflect and not cast a shadow down here because the water's going up, and his shade would be here and here. Wrong color. Fill the path. See? There you go. Now, yeah, I like that. That would be this leg. We can actually move that down a little bit to tell you the truth. I'll turn that on. Nope. 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 Here, we'll trim. There we go. So I want that to be a little closer. There you go. Now his leg looks a little closer. See? Yeah. That gives it so much more. Look at that. Isn't that fun? See? Now the pipe is not just there. It's Mikey's on top of it. Oh, that looks good. Just those small little things, guys. Small things like that. Bing. Look how much we see. When you can even leave this highlight on there and it still looks better. So we got the shades. Oh my gosh, that's so much fun, isn't it? Look, that looks perfect. That's how that would look, right? Awesome. I love it. And it's sharper because it's being overlaid on top, not just less light is hitting it. I like that. Okay, what were we go? Was I going to do anything super cray? Chop on a jigsaw, huh? We did it. We did it. Now we can be done for the night. I'm just saying there's a lot on that pipe that adds to the space being used here. We've got some perspective, extra little details like the valve and the wrap. We could put writing on there. We can put some more connection bits. We can even put another like offshoot of that, you know, like the pipe goes more than one way. But I think it being a valve kind of looks kind of cool. And we added the water droplets to the bottom. So adding some shade to this gives it so much more. I love it. I'm so proud of it. Next time we'll try and get to this big shredder hand and maybe just add some more details. We could probably add some texture to the shells. We can add some kind of wrinkles to the stretched out parts of the belts, throw even more details in there. I mean, we could stop at any point, and then we're going to try and figure out, we're going to clean up the background back here, maybe put even more, kind of more precise details on the Foot Clan to kind of make them a little cooler looking, because yes, they're pretty vague looking right now, but that's actually okay. Maybe just a couple fixes here and there. Anywho, we can even throw in a couple more little extra shades in here, right there on Leo. Kind of like how we got him on Donnie. We've got 3 layers of shade. He's dealing with 1. Yeah, and then we can actually go in and put an even better outline around each of the turtles, because we got them where we want them as far as light and shade. And even the other stuff, we can throw in this hand. We could probably go in here and do a small out. Oh, we need to put the nunchuck in here, don't we? We got to do that. We got to do the nunchuck in here. I saw a couple of different ideas of ways other artists do it that might be cool. I think I know what I want it to look like. And anyway, we'll get there.